Hey, pause up, everybody. Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Here with me is Pet Safety Cat Casey. Rusty the Performer is hunting for treats right now. As you know, this show is brought to you each and every Wednesday night by the Cat Fancier Association. We want to give a pause and applause to our sponsor, and that is In Clover, the maker of Meowy and great cat and dog supplements and much, much more. I want to properly, we have my co-pilot, you guys know her, all breed CFA judge Kathy Black, and our doggy designee, Destiny. And what? We got somebody really cool on our show today. And his sidekick, Move Over, Batman and Robin. These guys know how to have healthy adventures. So our guest today is hailing from Madison, Wisconsin. He is the veterinary and founder of Westtown Veterinary Center, and he's got a resume longer than my arm, but we'll get into that in a bit. And he has his adventure cat, Bug, sleeping. Wakey, wakey, you're on showtime, Bug. Please give us a big, warm welcome to an amazing veterinarian, Dr. Ken Lambrecht. I'm so glad to see you, man.
It's great to see you, Arden. I think we figured out it's been about 3 or 4 years.
Yep. We both got younger in reverse, right?
I've watched a lot of your adventures on Facebook, so it's great to see you again live.
Hey guys, we're in for a real treat. This guy knows cats. He knows nutrition. He's going to talk to us about a cool app that's going to help revolutionize veterinary care and show us a gym, not for us. But for our cats. We're going to get into that in a bit, but give them a tease, Dr. Ken. Show them a little swirl because we're going to go into more detail.
Yeah, this is real quickly. So this is upstairs in our clinic in Madison, Wisconsin, and this is a 13-foot climbing wall. Actually, this is a picture of one of my favorites of Bug when she was a little tiny kitten. She was at 12 weeks. She was climbing rocks. So wow. I thought, well, and we know it's all about environmental enrichment.
Right.
She does paddle. She's been in adventurecats.org. This is one of my favorite pictures when she was a kitten. This was an iceberg in the spring melting on Lake Mendota. She jumped out and started pawing at that. We do board cats here, and a special mention to Spudge. I don't know if you can see Spudge in there.
Oh yeah.
He's our weight management foster. So we foster cats, we socialize cats, and we board cats up here. But I have learned more about cats watching them. Of course, we have to have a wheel in the gymnasium. We made lots of bright lights, so it's more like a home setting than anything else. This is Aspen.
Hi, Aspen.
A cat that used to weigh 14. He's now 12, 11. He runs around like a kitten. Chasing things. So, and of course, the star.
Hey, Bug. Casey gives you a big paws up salute. We're going to get much more into the amazing world of Dr. Ken and Bug the cat. But first, I want to see if you guys ever raise a paw. Have you ever been to Catalina Island? Anybody? Did you, Dr. Ken?
I have.
Okay. Have you, Kathy?
No, I have not.
All right, listeners, any of you viewers, chime in. I finally got a real vacation. It was 4 days, but it was a vacation. And I went back to California and spent a day in Catalina Island. And we rented, well, first of all, I'm kind of a crazy lady because there's my wife, Julie, and I soaring 800 feet in the air parasailing, which is so much more. It's like floating up on a cloud. It is not the bungee jerking. It's not the zip lining exertion. It is, Have you either parasailed? I'm sure you had. No? We're going to have to get you and Bug up parasailing.
She's ready.
So what do you think of that picture, Dr. Ken?
Beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful.
It just relieves all your stress. You can see the whole coastal line of Avalon, which is the city in Catalina Island. And for those who don't know, Catalina Island has this big mansion, Wrigley Mansion. Yeah, chewing gum, magnets, and Chicago Cubs. They're there. So we rented a Jeep because no cars are allowed on the island. Yay. And we took this tour of the back island of the island. And this is kind of weird, but you could go right past it in your Jeep. Kathy, show us that picture of the cemetery, I think. And this might, I don't know if you knew this, Dr. Ken, there is a special cat and dog and other pet beloved cemetery right near the Wrigley Mansion at the top of the hill. Did you know that?
I did not.
So E.T. was there. Seriously, he did not phone home, but he was a sweet Catalina cat. The whole deal about Catalina Island, that's kind of where some ritzy people go and mere mortals like us want to get away. It's known for the world-class golf. It is the oldest golf course west of the Mississippi. I learned that. And everybody wants to find the elusive buffalo that are, quote, roaming. The only buffalo I saw were statues. So I never saw any buffalo.
You want to see buffalo? Come to Oklahoma. We got lots of buffalo.
Okay, there you go. But I did find out, guys, that there was a very famous cat on the island of Catalina by the name of Leroy. There is Leroy's statue. And Leroy was known as the king of Avalon. I think that's a really ugly picture of a cat. That does not look like a cat face, does it to you, Dr. Ken?
It might need a little weight management too.
It's got a pretty straight profile.
Yeah. Well, I found out that this cat did not want anybody to own him. He captured the heart of the entire community. He spent most of his time hanging out at the pier. There were 2 books written about him by a gal named Liz Greason called Leroy the Catalina Cat and Letters from Leroy. And he retired from public life in the 1980s. And this statue, it's a pretty big statue, guys. And it has been swiped 3 times and been mysteriously brought back each time. I think somebody's having too many Bahama Mamas or something on the island. What do you think, Dr. Ken, Dr. and Kathy?
Something's going on.
I'm glad they found it and got it back.
Yeah, me too. But I wanted to share with that because as much as we work, we have to play hard too. And I am so glad that I got to have a little break. It was my first plane ride since March of 2020. We flew to San Diego, where I used to live, and saw my 97-year-old fabulous Flo from, witty as ever, and my good friend Jocelyn Shannon, and got to go to Catalina. So I had a good 4 days break, and I didn't bring my computer. Are you impressed, Dr. Ken?
Very.
All right. So before we plunge in to the show today, this is crazy. Today is September 22nd, and I found out that 3 of our previous guests are all celebrating a birthday today. Ready for it? We have cat detective Kim Freeman, pet insurance expert and cat author Jana Kelly, and vet tech extraordinaire and part of the fear-free pet movement, Debbie Martin. So Debbie, Jana, and Kim, from all of us here at Meowy Hour, we wish you a meowless birthday today.
Yes, happy birthday.
All right. So people want prizes, right, Kathy?
Yeah.
So last week, the question was, roughly, how many whiskers do cats have on each side of their face? And the answer was C, 24. I hope that's okay. I'm looking right at a veterinarian.
I haven't counted them, to be honest. Teeth, I could tell you, but I did not know that.
All right. So who won the prizes, Kathy?
So the winner was Lisa Bird. And congratulations, Lisa. She gets the 4-pack from our sponsor in Clover of the Wellness Treats for Cats. And I don't think that Lisa has been tuning in very often, or at least if she hasn't commented very much. I think that was one of the first times that she commented. So Lisa, welcome. We're glad you're watching, and congratulations.
And hold that up there still. Guys, go to inclover.com. Please type in Meowy Inclover 21 at checkout. and you'll be able to get 10% off. I just learned today too, they have a reward program. So look into that and you'll see there's something on each side, Optigest and Bio Brilliant, one for dental health, one for stomach health. In a couple episodes from now, we're going to expand our offerings on giving things away from InClover, founded by Rebecca Rose, who is a biochemist, and they've been around since 96. So they're kind of a nice company. I think you've heard of them, right, Dr. Ken?
No, they're new to me.
Oh, okay. Check them out. All right.
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
All right. So today, here's the question. I'm making it super easy for you. Please, Dr. Ken, do not give away the answer. Poker face. Okay. And all of you that are part of the CFA, you should know this. But for the rest of us that have mutt cats, come on, we can do this. What cat breed, I'm going to give you 4 choices, is regarded as a symbol of good fortune? Is it A, the Bengal, B, the Japanese bobtail, C, the ragdoll, or D, the Turkish fan? So Bengal, Japanese bobtail, that's not a breed, that's a wild cat. Japanese bobtail, ragdoll, or Turkish fan. Type in your answers now. And Kathy, what are we going to give away? We're giving away.
Well, the breed I was thinking of, you didn't name. So even as cat breeders, we may have to Google that.
Okay.
I was thinking E, all of the above.
You know what? That's a Catmandu. I love that. So
we are giving away the 4-pack of InClover, and Arden is generously giving away her cat behavior answer book. So we're giving away 2 prizes this week. So type your answer in the Facebook chat, and it doesn't have to be that you're on today. I don't pick a winner until next Sunday, depending on if my Chiefs are playing in the morning or the afternoon or whatever. Anyway, but I'll pick a winner on Sunday. So even if you're not watching us right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got lots of time.
Yeah, number 15. I know that. I used to be a sports writer. All right, I'm so excited, guys. He is really a leading expert in the field of medicine, veterinary, but especially feline medicine. I'm just going to give you a little rundown. He is the medical director of Westtown Veterinary Center, which is where he is right now in Madison, Wisconsin. What I really love is that it is a gold level Move Over Olympics cat friendly designation. It's accredited by, it's a big words, American Animal, what's AAHI? AHA.
American Animal Hospital Association.
Yeah, it's a tough credential to get. We're going to talk later, but he is the chief veterinary officer and founder of Healthy Pet Connection, which is really a new app and new program that's going to give immediate telemonitoring information about our cats, because we know they don't really tell us where it hurts. He is currently on the Cat Friendly Practice Committee for the American Association of Feline Practitioners. After the show, guys, please go to catvets.com. Rusty says, catvets.com. I don't have thumbs, but I can type it too. All right, catvets.com. He's amazing, but you know what? He's kind of a cool cat dad too. You have 4 cats, is that right?
4, I'm going to say 4.5 because one of my staff just caught me there. But we have Boo, a little adventure kitten, and she's about half time at my house and about half time here at Bug's Gym.
Is she here today?
I don't know. Shy, can you round up our little Ruru? She's pretty cool. She's fearless like Bug. We'll talk a little bit about adventure cats, but candidly, Bug turned me into a cat guy. You know, I was a cat person. I've had cats my whole life, up to 25 years old. But when Bug came along, I knew I had to up my game. So it was really, and the gym.
Tell us how you found Bug, because Bug was.
You know, it was at my clinic before this, and it was she was one of a whole bunch of kittens, and one of my staff picked her out. It's kind of a funny story. I had lost a cat. And she picked out a cat. She goes, Dr. Ken, this is the perfect one for you. And I said, but Katie, this is a little female cat. I like male cats because they're outgoing and adventurous. And
Played that theory wrong, didn't she?
I took her home. She walked right up to my existing cat, said, "I'm here, deal with it." And then, then I traveled so much, I felt bad leaving my older cat alone, who's still with me. He's 18. So I went out and found a ginger cat or an orange cat, but they were in Bug's gym. They were fosters, so I ended up with 2 more. So that's how I got to 4.
Oh, okay.
You guys know.
Yeah, I hope you can still see me because Rusty just jumped on my keyboard.
Oh,
We
that's
can
fine.
see you.
Okay, good, because it said something about host disabled. And I went, what? They're surrounding me and yeah. You'll like this, Dr. Ken. The treats are inside a hermetically sealed thing that cats don't have on.
You got to do that for weight management. I got it.
So I'm putting it in the cabinet right now as they run around. So let's name a shout out to all 4 of your cats. You mentioned your senior. Is that Georgie?
My Lance is my oldest. He's got diabetes, but he's actually doing really well, maintaining a nice, healthy weight at 12. Annie and Georgie are the siblings. They're 7.
Okay.
And very, very healthy. And as you know, the little ginger females are pretty rare, so I'm pretty happy to have her. She's sweet. And then Bug, and then Rue.
Okay, and how old is Bug now?
Bug is 10.
And
Yeah.
you had a special birthday for her too.
Oh yeah.
So how did you do a COVID safe cat birthday?
Oh, it was just her and the cats and I, and I live on the lake, so a lot of the pictures that you saw it's very easy for her to get near water and be comfortable on water. So I guess that would be the thing that I'd point out to everybody. If you want to, your cat to be adventurous, you have to be very careful with them. Obviously, harness, microchip if they're outside, but just accustomed to things that they wouldn't ordinarily be accustomed to. I do a lot of remodeling. My cats think that a power drill, power tool is a normal appliance. So, and then they want these.
Power drill is just a purr on steroids.
Yeah, might as well be. I take my cats back and forth to the clinic. I bring them up to Bug's gym. They board here when I travel. They think a car ride is a fun thing to do. Well, guess what? When they need to come in for care, they're all trained and ready. So obviously in a carrier, be safe, put them in the back seat, and just let them enjoy the ride. And that way, that time when you have to go to the clinic, it's not this horrible ordeal for them because they get fun. You have fun riding around with me.
Well, as we were going to talk, Kathy, hopefully, can you pull up some of the pictures that Dr. Ken shared of some of the adventures of Bug and Dr. Ken?
Well, yes. Give me a minute.
Okay. And as she's doing that, also, guys, we're going to give you some important links during the show that we want you to check out what Dr. Ken is all about. What is the Healthy Pet Connect, and of course, we want you to be friends on Facebook with Bug, and we're going to do her Facebook, which is Amazing Adventures of Little Bug. She already got 1.4 thousand followers. I just saw, and she probably doesn't care.
It's fun to post her pictures. I've honestly been so busy. It's not, well, it's sporadic. If you go back though, there's lots of pictures from all the way back. I mean, we've been traveling. Actually, she's been to Spain, Portugal, the Bahamas. She's been to
slow. Yeah. Your cat has been where? Let me see her kitty passport. Where?
Oh, she's been to Costa Rica. I speak for Purina Institute, and so she has had paperwork that thick because she always goes to speak with me. So if I show up at a conference or a speaking engagement and I don't bring Bug, it's like, why? What's going on here, right? So it's kind of fun.
How do you like having a cat, kind of overshadow you? I think you're fine with that.
Yeah, I can handle it.
And before we dive into more about Bug, this guy, guys, he cross-country skis, he bikes, he loves any kind of thing, sport on the water. Okay, where are we there in this picture?
This was especially fun. This is Lake Superior. This is where I go when I want to.
One of the Great Lakes?
Yeah. Now, right in the foreleg, yeah. So right in the foreground here is a swimmer. So I volunteered to be the first paddleboard. There was two of us to supervise an open water swim that was 2 miles from the mainland out to Madeline Island. And if you get to the Midwest, this is a must visit. Catalina Island's cool, but Madeline Island in the winter that freezes and they drive across the ice. But
Really?
you can sailboats. Oh, it's beautiful, crystal clear water. Obviously, it's one of the biggest lakes in the world. But Bug decided she wanted to go, so we were paddling the little rescue flag there. But we were actually able on a paddleboard to see down into the water almost better than the kayaks and the canoes. So she paddled all the way to the other shore and back with me, and it was about 2 miles.
Now, I
Wow.
noticed you got that little tether on your ankle, but she doesn't. So does she doesn't freak out as she spills off?
No, and again, I'm very careful. If somebody were going to do this, you'd want to have them in a bag and get them on the board, get them away from the shore. But honestly, they're not going to be jumping into the water. But if they do, they swim really well. They swim
Not on
well.
purpose. Yeah.
Oh, so where is this picture taken?
This
of Bug?
picture was in Colorado. You guys might know Roxanne Hahn. She's a fantastic writer, and she took this picture. She gets full credit. This was actually, looks like she was on a mountain. It was a boulder, but it was up near Boulder. And I was actually at an AHA board meeting, and to relax in the morning, I went out for a hike. So at one point during this, well, hi, baby.
Is that Rue?
Here's Rue.
Hey,
Rue
Rue.
just dropped
You're
in.
making your Meowy hour
Yeah.
debut.
Well, she and Bug are kind of jonesing for the height here, so I'll just. So anyway, that was a really fun photo. So she loves to hike. Actually, she's hiked up to 2 to 3 miles with me.
Wow.
I'm
I
very
noticed.
careful.
Does she come when you call, or
She
because
comes
she
when
is
I
a rare?
call. I'm
How did you
always in
get
a
her to
very
do that?
remote area. This was on the beach. She especially loves sand and beaches. So, and again, there's no leash or anything on her, but she comes when she's called, and I'm always guarding her from, but I would never take her where there's coyotes, San Diego,
Right.
and so it would be out of the question. But by herself, she and I spend hours on the beach together. She follows me everywhere. So it's pretty
That is so
amazing.
cool.
Have you seen that truck commercial with the trailer where the
I
cat's
have.
out? Why isn't Bug maybe doing a commercial like that? Because Bug's real. This is a real cat. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think we should do a petition to get you guys on some kind of
Yeah,
commercial.
I think it's Walter or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a
But
guy in a truck. There's a guy in a truck one too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the one with
Yeah.
the truck. Yeah.
And he goes, what do you mean Walter doesn't do anything? I'm like, wow. So people do say me, wow, when they see a cat like Bug. So can you offer a few tips on how to build that trust bond with a person and their cat so that that cat knows you're their safety zone?
Yeah, no, it really is. It's hours and hours and hours of me holding her. Early on when she was a kitten, I'd put her inside my jacket and she was comfortable. She'd ride up on top of my shoulder. I mean, you've seen cat guys and cat ladies do that. The key is just keeping them safe, always having a safe spot, knowing how they're going to react. They will climb up, of course, if they want to get away, so you have to be ready for that. Always have a bag. A harness is always a good idea. Until you really, really know your cat, I would never take them out without a harness.
Right.
And I do like the harnesses that continually tighten. I've seen way too many cats pop out of just a random harness. So one of the ones that I recommend that we use, she has a boutique downstairs, it's called Pet Safe. And it just
I like Pet Safe products.
yeah, they tighten up real nicely so that this is not going to slip out. So, but still, you have to be careful because if they wind it around something, the cat is basically Houdini in fur.
How did you get the name Bug?
She was very, very well. She was small and cute, of course, but she's fascinated, like Rue, actually, for chasing anything that flies. Grasshoppers, but just any little bug catches her attention. You've worked with Samantha Martin, who I just love. She's been
We
up in
love
Bug
her.
Jam a couple times. In fact, she was my inspiration to build this. But she says she can identify those cats that are just hyper alert. They don't miss anything, but they need a job. They just don't sit still. And Rue is exactly like that with Bug. She's pacing. She's always doing something. Samantha used to call them the juvenile delinquents. That's what for the
Well, we've had Samantha on our show. She is a good friend of ours, and that's where I got Rusty, the performer. But
Yeah.
I think in October you had a little fundraiser for her, didn't you? Because it's been
Yeah.
hard during COVID for her to
Yeah,
get in
we,
that bus and be able to do circus cat
yeah,
show.
yeah, and we've donated, Bugs Gym has donated to her bus, which is a perennial sort of thing, right? But
Yeah.
we hope to have her back. We hope to have her back to Bugs Gym. We'll have another big celebration then, but yeah, we love what she does.
So let's talk some things that might surprise people about some preventative feline medicine, because the cats are very stoic and they don't really want to show us that they're sick. Is there some things that you might want to say, yeah, you definitely need to see your veterinarian and maybe get a full panel?
Yeah, any cat. I mean, we love baseline lab work starting at age 7 or even before, because
Okay.
that way you know what's normal for that cat. There's no two pets that are identical on their lab work. So if a cat looks at me sideways, I'm pretty much drawing blood because they don't tell us. The other thing, though, that we've worked with and that we just published a study. It's going to be actually published this week. It was multiple cat households weight loss study. And we showed that using technology, a scale, a feeder, a webcam, and a monitor, that we could help cats lose weight 4 times faster. What was really interesting, though, so we now have a subscription called Healthy Pet Connect. But in the paper, I said every cat household should have a scale. Now, we couldn't do that years ago because the scales were not accurate enough, but they are now. So we're really excited to get that in every home and to have a way that those weights and all kinds of other health data, temperatures. There's a new sensor, a temperature thermometer you can use that doesn't have to be inserted rectally. What a great idea. There's a feeders that now monitor when the cat eats and drinks. There's a waterer that tells, with the microchip, tells how much the cat. So look at all this data. How are we going to get that to the veterinarian? So that's really what Healthy Pet Connect is about. Prevention.
Well, let's go into that more. We don't want to save this to the end. Can you show your phone and just tilt it a little bit, guys? This guy is a genius. I already told you that. And he's a pretty cool dude. But he is keeping inventing himself, and he realizes that we are a swipe world, right? That's what we do, Dr. Ken, right? So tell us a little bit about the Healthy Pet Connect, and we'll put that up on this.
This shows up. Does that show up for everybody?
Yeah, that's a little
down a little more.
Little down more. Turn it toward, yeah. There you go, right there. Don't move. Don't breathe. No, just breathe. All right, show us what this all means.
So that top line is Spudge, who came to our clinic as an overweight rescue at 37 pounds. He's now down to 29 pounds. That lower graph, you can see he's losing at 1.5 to 2% a week. Now,
which is a healthy weight loss, right?
Yeah. Now, you would never do that at home. This is every day my assistants weigh him. I'm examining him. But basically, then there's a diary, and all that the client has to do is enter the weight and any notes. Now, this could be a diabetic cat. This could be a kidney disease cat, whatever. You don't even have to call your veterinarian. If you're on a subscription, they will know exactly what's going on. If they see a dangerous trend, they're going to have you come in. If they don't see something, the weight's gaining, let's say, the treated hyperthyroidism and the weight's gaining, they're still going to do blood work, but at least we all feel better between those visits. We all know how hard it is to see a veterinarian these days. The whole system is overburdened, so we feel that this will really take the load off. So, but again, it uses the existing veterinarian. This is absolutely for and by veterinarians. So there's nothing like it.
So this is called healthypetconnect.com, and I know Kathy, you're typing that in, right? Okay. Yeah. When did you launch that, Dr. Ken?
We launched it in June for veterinarians. And so I just want pet parents to know about it because it's not yet out on the market, but it will be. Okay. So we're in the process of building a system that can handle. So we've always run, I forgot to mention, Fit Pets for Rescues out of Bugs Gym. So we would donate for every pound lost. And so we started with pet food, but then we got into feeders, microchip feeders, all these devices, scales, and we found the best of the best. And they donated money, and we donated that to the rescues. So now we have the ability to get these pets on the app all over the country, maybe all over the world. And so rescues can benefit. So 5% of every subscription goes to the rescue of their choice.
I like that. And you talked about some tools that you didn't have a generation ago. And that is a real accurate scale, the feeder that can tell you who's eating what water. I mean, these are things that we are mystified because if you have more than one cat in a household, you don't know who's drinking water, who isn't. You can control who's eating and not, because we do scheduled meals twice a day and we have them separated and they all eat. But tell us why these tools are so important to our felines.
You hit it on the head, Arden. We chose multiple cat households because we knew there would be food stealing or food sharing, choose your descriptor. Yeah. But
yes, really, Rusty, wherever you are.
We had a webcam on that caught the cats jonesing the system. And that was really fun. But you know what? One of the most interesting things is, and this is the Sure Pet feeder, if people want to go, it's the best that I've seen. They have a Microchip Classic, it doesn't weigh the food. They have a built-in scale with the Microchip Connect. So either are fine because they restrict a cat from eating. So think if you've got a cat, you guys, many of the viewers have a cat with renal disease. It needs to eat a renal diet. But we don't want it to eat the kitten's food and on and on and on. So you may not need as many feeders as cats, but you have to figure out which cat where they eat. Obviously, we know feeding stations are so important. 5 feet away from each other, elevated or not, make sure that they feel comfortable eating. But then again, these feeders can make a world of difference as far as restricting intake. Because we know cats, if you just put food down, we know that 60% of cats are overweight at this moment. And that leads to diabetes and horrible things, osteoarthritis, they're all made worse by obesity.
Now, in my Pet First Aid classes, we teach about the color of the gums, because gums don't lie. I jokingly say, I want to go to Vegas and play high stakes poker against a bunch of cat and dog gums. This is how bizarre my world is, because they can never bluff. Right? So I think of when you say, I want to find out what the temperature of a cat is, which is a couple of degrees usually higher than ours. I always thought it was just so rude to try to put that thermometer up their little.
No, it's a very, very cat-friendly device. Mela, they're a new startup. I think they're shipping veterinary. We were on the beta list. They're shipping to veterinary.
Was it on an ear? What is it? How does it register the body core temperature?
Well, they've done an algorithm. They've just done so many cats, and they've compared it that they train the device through artificial learning to be accurate.
Does it wand over? How does it work on the cat, the device?
They just put it under the armpit. And actually, Bug was a little demo for him at the VMX show, the veterinary show in June.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I always wanted to talk, butt thermometers with the veterinarian, and I finally got my opportunity, and now it's being under by the brachial artery, right?
Yeah. It just, again, they figured out that's the way we're going to get an accurate.
And that's so more dignified, isn't it? If I'm a cat, I'd be like, Dr. Ken, please. Yeah. Here's better, preferred, right?
But again, of all the vital information, I would prefer a weight. I mean, I can tell. I have a weight trend. Every cat that comes into the clinic, that we weigh them at the end of the exam so as not to stress them. But I can tell by obviously whether they're sick. Before the blood work, I can almost tell whether we're going to have normal blood work or not.
What's your clues? What do you sense?
Well, it's just weight loss is almost always due to early kidney disease, diabetes, or thyroid disease until proven otherwise. Inflammatory bowel and lymphoma are not going to show up on the blood work, but then we're going to be doing an ultrasound. So again, we have to be super aggressive with these cats over 7, prevent. And again, I think a scale at home, I know.
Love this. I really do love it. I know that Bug has 1.4 thousand followers, but what's the deal with him up on has he taken his 7th nap of Meowy Hour? Is there any way we can see him? I don't want to interrupt him if he's too busy.
Is Bug I thought Bug was a girl. Is Bug a boy?
Bug's a girl. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
She's a chick. I didn't. Hard to tell on a cat. Hey, oh, sorry, Rue. Rue's jealous, right?
There's 4 cats up here right now, but Bug is, she's looking at this. Bug Mountain is right behind us. She loves her vertical. So
Will she go up the mountain? Can we get her to climb?
Yeah, we can get her to climb the mountain.
Hey, Bug, you want to climb the mountain? Climb every mountain. This is inside Bug's gym at Westtown Veterinary Center in Madison, Wisconsin. And thank you. All right, turning the camera. High tech here at Meowy Hour. All right, Bug. All right, Bug.
Go, Bug.
Go, Bug. Go. Go, Bug. Go. He's like, now what?
Maybe not tonight.
But he's up pretty high. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay. So about 6'6", he's up.
There we go. Here we go.
So tell us why you picked these. I see the sisal, I see the sturdy plank. Give us a cat's gym perspective while he's up there.
Say it again. I'll give the perspective.
Yeah, why did you pick the way you did it? Because this is not a two-legger, this is a four-legger jock.
Oh, I actually saw a climbing wall. It was in a Japanese, it was on a Japanese site, and I said, I gotta have one of those. So these are just climbing holds.
Okay.
You can see there is a cat. There were a children's climbing wall. And then we have a little miniature climbing wall for kittens over here. That was actually the prototype for the
nice.
So
nice.
That one is built out.
And I see you got your paddle board. Is that to help them get used to the movement?
Yeah, this is my windsurfer, but Bug loves to ride on anything that floats. So she actually have a kayak that you can pedal, and she'll sit right up on the front and watch the waves. She loves water. I mean, she does
love water. So when you're brushing your teeth, does she get in the sink?
Say it again.
When she brushes your teeth does not her brushing your teeth, but when you brush your teeth, does she try to get in the sink or in the bathtub with you?
Yeah, all my cats love the sink. Don't know, most cats do, right?
Yeah.
So I've never had a cat climb a wall. Mine are not bad about climbing curtains or climbing walls. I'm surprised a cat would actually climb a wall.
Let's go, Bug.
That's little Rue. Oh, she's
Rue, thank you. Rue, you want to climb?
Rue's got a cot.
Yeah. Maybe not that high.
I'm shy. What would you say 3 things have made you a better person and a better vet because of cats like Rue and Bug? What are 3 things?
Well, I laugh more.
Okay. Because they're very serious at all times, right?
Guys aren't all that maternal, but I think with a kitten, you have to think about protecting them and, their safety. I've spent a lot of hours with that kitty. I think just watching them move, watching everything they do. I'm mesmerized by cats. I mean, I sit at home on a day when I want to relax. I watch every one of my cats. They're all different. They all, come to me at different times. They all have a different way that's what I love about cat medicine as well. You have to know how distinctly different each cat is, because otherwise you're going to miss a clue. And if you don't own cats, and when I had 2 cats for a long time. Oh, we got a
Oh, there's Spongy. Is that Spongy?
He is one big cat. Oh. Shy has taken such Shy. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Can you don't get a hernia.
No.
And who are you? Let's do a shout out to you. What's your name?
But literally, he's lost 7 pounds, which is
amazing.
As much as Rue weighs, which blows me away.
So let's see Spongy.
But I can tell Bug when she loses a pound, her attitude, her climbing skills, all that come back. And she doesn't strut and feel as good. So those little things I've watched with all of my cats. And my diabetic cat, when he lost weight, I didn't notice it. We were using a Toletta at the time, and it actually weighed him, and then I could see it, but I couldn't see it with my eyes. So it's just been an amazing. I love technology. I love cats. And so it's been amazing to kind of put the 2 and 2 together.
So with Spongy, because Spongy came to you as 36 pounds, now 29, slow and steady. So what the tips for food and exercise?
Only with expert help. So I've actually been working with Alex German from Liverpool. He's the world's expert, has the largest weight management clinic in the world.
Wow.
Martha Klein, who wrote the book on feline obesity. I'm on the board with her. And so again, I don't do anything that's not safe, but a very high protein food above 50% is recommended.
Really? Okay.
And then slow and steady reassessment constantly. But we are making micro adjustments because we're weighing him all the time with an accurate scale, accurate to 10 grams. So this is not for just anybody, but with veterinary supervision, but we can do it. And if I don't get his weight down, I'm very worried that he won't make it. He's only 7.
Complications, diabetes, arthritis, there's a whole litany, right?
All that, and it's very obvious in him, but I think we think, oh, my cat's just 2 pounds overweight. Well, 2 over 10, that's 20%. That's the obesity line in cats. So we routinely,
that formula. Yeah.
Any pet that comes in over a 6 out of 9, we're sending home a diary and a beginning calorie recommendation. But then if we don't reassess, if we don't get a weight, that cat comes back in 6 months later. It may have gained or lost. We have no idea, without, again, a scale at home and a telemonitoring system. So we're really excited about how many cats we can get.
Yeah, because I want to get rid of the fat cats saying, don't you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with, hey, what's wrong with this title? Fat cat. I wrote that book. Wow, I just thought, well, that's a good name, right?
It's a very good name.
Yeah. But with the what's the circle, the wheel? How do you train a cat to do a little walking on a wheel?
We use a laser, or actually Shy will use a little, a little stick, a little short, but just anything that once they go, the momentum keeps them going. Do you want to try and get Rue to do the wheel? We'll see if we can get you a little wheel action. But it's funny. There's some cats that just take to that. And we'll be downstairs, doing surgery, doing dentistry, whatever, and we'll hear all of a sudden the wheels start to go, and there's nobody up here, and our cameras capture everything, and all of a sudden we haven't gotten does Espy doesn't do the wheel. Come on, Rue. But all of a sudden, they'll just randomly do it on their own. So it is great. It's just great exercise for them, and again, we don't want them to get bored, so we just give them give them the variety, give them and see what they like.
So where do you see cats in the next 5 years? There was a book called Pet Nation that just came out that's really talking about how they become fabrics of our lives. But is a prognosis good for cats in 5 years from now?
Look at
this. Is that Rue?
That's Rue.
Oh my gosh, get it, Rue. Look at the focus, everybody. Now, this is the first time we've had a cat on a wheel on Meowy Hour, right, Kathy?
Yes, it is. It's the first.
And he caught it.
Oh, Jasper wants to play.
Well, we got just a couple minutes left. We want you to hang on. We can do any background shots of the fit cats there. But Dr. Ken, where do you see cats 5 years from now?
I see them getting healthier and healthier, and I really do think that they can live longer with healthier lives. And I think weight management is just such an easy thing to do. It doesn't cost anything. We just need some education. I will plug with this. We have scales that are being made, and I know it's just one last picture of Bug.
No, I want. Hey, Bug.
Her white labeled scale. It's extra big. It's accurate to 10 grams. And it'll be Bluetooth to our app, and and it comes with a food scale as well. So that's the combination I think people need. Just like our own diets, we're measuring, we're counting calories. The problem has been that up until recently you couldn't even tell how many calories were in a cup of food. But a cup is not an accurate measurement in a cat. We need grams. We need to weigh this. Alex German taught me that years ago, and then we need to keep a diary. We need to keep track of who's eating what. And if we see it change, we need to act on it right away. So I see nutrition, foods have gotten so much better. They're safer than they've ever been. And again, if we can get that amount down, I see cats living longer, less veterinary bills. I mean, there's just so many good things about this, and more vitality. They feel better. Again, I saw her strut like that. You know that, you guys know.
Yeah.
That. Look at that front leg. Look at how my photographer caught that, and look at that tail.
Yep.
That is a confident fit. Move over, John Travolta. Staying alive. That cat is got the moves.
Catitude, right? Catitude.
Hey, we're gonna switch gears for just a minute. Kathy, our all-breed CFA judge, is gonna talk to us a little bit about the amber coloration of a big cat, big boned, the Norwegian forest cats, as I set up for my drinks. But Dr. Ken, stick around and watch. If you want to jump in with Kathy, please do. I'm just going to turn off my screen for a minute so I can grab all my drink paraphernalia. All right, take it away, Kathy.
Okay, so I'm always looking at different things to talk about during Meowy Hour, and I don't know why this popped in my head to talk about this. I think it's just because this is the only breed that we recognize that has the amber coloration gene that's an acceptable color. First of all, it's a recessive mutation that leads to a gradual replacement of the black pigment, and it turns it yellow or amber, which to me, when I look at cat genetics and color genetics, that just blows my mind that there's an actual mutation. Of course, we all know that mutations are responsible for every color in our cats, except for the brown mackerel tabby. Our original cats were all brown mackerel tabbies. So anything that's red or classic tabby with blue eyes, you know, blue coat, whatever, all of those have come through the mutation process. So mutations happen all the time. But the late color change mutation is a very odd gene, because usually if your cat is born a particular color, it's going to stay that color through its whole life. It's not going to have a gene that causes it to change color. It just blows my mind that there's something out there that does this. So the black cats brighten and turn into apricot or amber, or the blue areas turn cinnamon or pale amber or to beige. So you've got a cat that's born one color, it ends up being a totally different color. That to me just doesn't make any genetic sense whatsoever. So I find it quite fascinating. So this picture here is a non-agouti amber Norwegian forest cat. Looks like a silver tabby, right? But a silver tabby would not have a black nose, okay? So the fact that this cat has the black nose is due to the amber gene, which is, they talk about how it affects not the skin color, you know, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, it's just some really strange genetics. And prior to the amber gene, there was not any evidence of a yellow recessive mutation in cats. So this is something that just showed up in the Norwegian forest cats. It got accepted as a coloration with CFA, and I just find it quite strange. If you guys look on the internet, you can Google it just like I did, amber genes in Norwegian forest cats. You'll find this chart that talks about the different colors and how they change, including the silver and with the golden. So I'm not going to go into all of this, but this chart is out there. It's just to see the coloration be replaced by another color is just odd. So anyway, so this was like a brown, black, silver that turned amber on you. So it's just something that I find quite interesting. We don't see it in the show hall very often. I don't think there's very many lines with the Norwegian forest cats that are still working with this gene. It is testable. You can do a DNA profile on your cat to see if it does have this amber recessive gene or not. So if you do work with Norwegian forest cats and you want to know that, you can get a DNA test to find out. But we have no other genes in our cats. It changes the color of the coat as the cat matures. So that to me is just an oddity that I thought we'd spend some time talking about this week.
Thank you, Kathy. I love the Norwegian forest cat. Is there some trait about them you really like?
Yes, I bred them for a while. They're just big, sweet cats. I mean, they're a lot like your Maine Coons in their personalities, but their faces with that equilateral triangle gives them a real sweet expression. I think they all look like girls, even with the boys. And they're, of course, they're very difficult to groom and bathe because they've got that heavy double coat. But they're a lot of fun. Look at this. She's got her alcohol ready. So
I got to tell you, your team at Westtown Veterinary Center is on it. Shout out to your staff for not only being stellar vet techs, vet receptionists, everything, but also your bartending assistants. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Meowy. Do you want to introduce your team?
Helping Budge and Aspen. Yeah, look at that. Look at them run. They're ready for
Oh, good job.
That's a good name for a white cat, calling it Aspen. I had a solid white cat. His name was Elvis Pursley. So.
Bug's getting all excited too. So you might.
Hey, Bugs, do you like bourbon buds? Hey, before we get into the kitty cocktail, as if you will, we do have a couple things left, and they're two important things. And Kathy, first, thank you for talking about the color of the Norwegians. Do you get many Norwegians on at your place, or Maine Coons, or big cats that are big bone, not overweight?
No, we in Madison, Wisconsin, it's all about the rescues. So again,
Really?
our contest Fit Pets for Rescues started because we have so many rescues and so many pets come from all over. We have real active Humane Society, Madison Cat Project, Dane County Humane Society. We're great friends with all of them because we foster cats here, and they do such a wonderful job. We don't see as many purebreds as many other clinics and areas. I think the students really, the millennials, they're very much into rescuing, which we really that's a lot of our clientele. So
Madison is a beautiful place. I attended a training seminar there one time. Let's talk about CCW real quick.
Because this segues right into cats that are not purebreds. Cat Fancier Association, I don't know if you know this, Dr. Ken, Kathy's going to tell us, but they got a whole program for kitties like Casey and Rusty that we don't know their background.
Yeah, it's called Companion Cat World. My blue card won't work with my blue background. It's our program to recognize the non-pedigreed cat as well as the pedigreed cat for a one-time fee of $13, and a portion of that goes to a local shelter. You get a card with your cat's picture on it, your name and your information. We also have luggage tags and rings for your keychain. Your cat's picture goes up on our gallery of cats. You can check it all out at cfa.org/CCW. Tell your friends. I told my Lyft driver about it when I was in Tampa. He's already registered his cat. So tell everybody you know about it. It's a great way to not only recognize your cat, but also support a local shelter in your area.
Isn't that a great idea, Dr. Ken?
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
You got to tell your clients, because we're going to help all cats. That's what Meowy Hour isn't about, just purebreds. They even have a growing household cat division at the cat shows at CFA now. And cat agility that Bug would just beat everybody in.
Yeah, we do have cat agility, the larger shows.
I think you should have cat paddle boarding. Hey, Dr. Ken, you see those cute ginger boys? There's Casey and Rusty. As you all know, I am a master pet first aid instructor, and I love it that I teach a cat and dog class. I teach a cat only class, and I also teach a 2-day class for people to become instructors. But we do have openings, all you folks, for our cat first aid program. It is 3 hours long. It's going to be, the next one is October. I think it is October. I got my notes here. Whoops. October 12th. Please sign up at Pet First Aid for You. If you got dogs too, we do have a few openings for our class we're teaching Sunday, September 26th. Please go to Pet First Aid for You for your things. I keep learning about pet first aid from veterinarians, including Dr. Elizabeth Colleran. She's the past president of the American Association of Feline Practitioners and a friend of yours, Dr. Ken. And she's on my veterinary advisory board. What do you think?
She's actually on my advisory board too.
There we go. And
We're
she was on
learning all
the
kinds of-
hour.
She's integral in the frailty and the senior portion of Healthy Pet Connect. I've learned that much from her, and as you know, she's becoming pretty much an expert in osteoarthritis and how to prevent that, and just all these older cats that she's taught me so much. Yeah.
Well, when I make this cocktail, we're going to have to also celebrate to Dr. Colleran. What do you think?
We should. She's in Croatia right now. So,
Oh, she is?
so maybe a time difference, but maybe she's ahead of us on the cocktail.
Sure, she's following us, you know. But this show, guys, and we do need to bring it out. You can't make this show live. It is posted on the CFA Facebook page and the Arden Moore Facebook page. And thanks to Kathy, it is also posted on YouTube. So please, we really want you to keep coming. We got great guests like Dr. Ken and Bug. We got a few minutes left, so let me do this. All right. I never thought I'd be a licensed bartender, Dr. Ken. I have more fun making drinks than drinking drinks, so I guess that's a good thing. So this one I'm calling the Purring Pear Manhattan Beyond Compare, because I believe this is a spin-off of the classic Manhattan that it wins by a whisker. What do you think, Dr. Ken? We got your team all ready to go. So here you go, team.
You got the fresh peaches.
Well, we had to do peaches. They didn't have pear.
It's okay, we improvise. Here is a really good tip when you want to make a good martini, guys, whatever the content. Fill the glass with ice and water while you're making the drink, which you're doing. We'll do it all at once, okay? So while you're making your drink, you have ice and water in the glass. Then you dump it out, like I just did on my desk, sorry. Then you dump it out and your glass is chilled. That is a real James Bond kind of great martini. So you take your shaker. This time I'm using pear brandy, and this calls for a 1.5 ounces. For any of you that uses a posi pour, this is 6 counts slowly for Kathy. So it's, oops, I got my thing here. Let me do this. I got my little pedestal here. Hang on. All right, here we go. Let me do this. Here we go. So can you guys see the glass better? There you go. So 6 pour. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not driving anywhere, Dr. Ken. Then you're going to take some sweet vermouth, not dry vermouth, and you're going to put in 1.5 ounces. So you can take one of these guys, and this is 1.5 ounces. Now, there's different kinds of bitters. Different kinds of vermouth. This one is calling for a sweet vermouth. For anything that you're making like gin, you're going to use a dry vermouth. This is the secret weapon, Angostura bitters. A little goes a long way. So you only do 3 drops. 3 drops. Ready? So it's 1, 2, 3. Then you put it in the shaker. I love this. The vet team is improvising. Awesome. And you shake it. Really good. If you ever go to a bar and they do this, no, you get that martini. You need to get it. And then you want to strain it.
Shake it like you sling those kittens.
Yeah. And you want to strain it into a nice, beautiful glass. Every sip is good. And I'm laughing because we have a green screen, so I have to hold my pear. Look at this psychedelic. Look at my pear. Woo! And then I'm going to just do a slice.
This is a Wisconsin pear, Arden.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So let me just.
Is that like a horse apple?
Oh, God. All right. So I'm just going to take a nice slice of pear and drop it in. And at this time, everybody, please let us raise a glass, whether it is the pear brandy, whatever they're making at the Westtown Veterinary Center in Madison, Wisconsin. We've got Coca-Cola or something with Kathy.
I have iced tea.
Iced tea, whatever it is, we need to raise a glass and we need to toast and salute to all cats, purebred and the mutt cats that make us better humans. Cheers to Bugs. Cheers to Casey, Rusty. Cheers to all the cool cats. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What a great show.
Oh, you're going to love this. Okay. When I see you in person, all of you guys, I'll make you drinks of your dream. How's that?
Deal.
Deal?
How is that, Dr. Kim?
How's your eyeballs, Dr. Ken?
Okay.
Terrifying.
We just really want to embrace cats because they do so much for us. I want to thank at this time the Cat Fancier Association. I want to, of course, thank our sponsors in Clover, the makers of cat and dog supplements. I want to thank my co-host, that's the wonderful, amazing, smart, brilliant Kathy Black and her cool dog. We have to have a dog designee on a cat show, Destiny. I want to give a pause up to Dr. Ken Lambrecht and Bug and Rue and everybody that's there at the Westtown Veterinary Center. You guys, you're making a big difference for cats and for us. Next week, our special guest is going to be a brainiac. What? Ramona Merrick, who wrote Cats for the Genius, is going to show up next week and talk about cat intelligence. And we're going to learn a thing or two about cats. So until next time, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same cat channel.
This is way fun.
And the drink is great.
Yeah, oh good. Same cat channel, same cat time. We're going to see you next week on Meowy Hour. Thank you all for showing up. Tell your friends.
Thank you.
Bye.